Hola familia, this week I was thinking to use both the adjustable table and the drill jig for the lathe, but at the last moment I decided that it's a little bit of a mess. So I'm going to use just the rotor on the adjustable table, and we are gonna build this bowl. It's a shallow bowl. I use the rotor on the rim. In this case, I have used a point bit, which is 90-degree angle and point to make these grooves. But of course, the possibilities are endless using point or round or square. I mean, in this case, as you can see, all the grooves face exactly the center. If you adjust the table a little bit up the center or down below the center, you will get a spiral pattern, one side or the other, depending on if you set the adjustable table higher or lower, you know. And then I use fire with a torch for the black. I mean, it's a process. Was interesting, was a lot of fun to do it, and the possibilities, as I said, are endless. So let's go to the lathe and see how. Well, we are going to begin mounting our piece with the worm screw, and of course safety first. And I'm going to shape the outside real quick. I'm using a glove because it's dry, the piece is dry, and the shavings are warm, and you know, it's an ad. I know that a lot of people don't like it, but in this case it's a must. It hurts a little bit on the hand. So once we shape, we are going to establish the recess, as I usually do, to hold the piece. And I'm going to use the skew chisel as a negative rake scraper to let it smooth, and then I'm going to sand up to 600. And now I'm going to apply the finish that we were talking about 2 weeks ago, which is the abrasive paste and then wax. Now it's time to unmount it, get out the worm screw and turn it to the other side. And I'm going to flat the surface and proceed with the rotor. Once the surface is flat, it's just a matter of adjust the depth I'm going to apply. And this is going to be, as you can see, the jig for the rotor is a really easy one. It's very simple. I tied, and that's it. The depth is settled, so it's just a matter of adjust the height of the table and use the indexing system of the lathe to. As you see, I draw a line with a pencil So now I know exactly where to finish every groove. So it's a repetitive work. It's not difficult, it's just a matter of patience, and we are going to have exactly same distance in between them. I'm using 2 of the 4 points that I have in my lathe, so it means the grooves are in couples, in 2, so the distance in between them are big, small, big, small. It's a kind of interesting pattern. I'm just practicing, so it's not difficult. Now, once we have it like this, we can keep working on it. First, I made a chamfer on the edge, and then I'm going to proceed to make the bowl itself, the hollowing part, and then it's gonna be time for the torch to apply a little bit of fire. Here I'm using a carbide cutter to undercut a little bit on the rim, and now with the torch I'm going to first apply a little bit of heat, and then groove by groove making it black. At this point you can decide of course this can be done in reverse. I mean, first apply the fire and then apply the rotor, which will give you the opposite pattern. I mean, the grooves clear and the top rim dark. It's just a matter of, there are endless possibilities. Now it's a matter of sanding, applying the finish, and our project is done. It's an easy process, but it's very interesting. A lot of fun to do it. Last step is clean every single groove. Here you have some steels. As I always say, any comments or doubts or suggestions, please leave it down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you want and can help the channel, there you have the Patreon button. And I'll see you next Friday with a follow-up of this project, and let's see any interesting other stuff. See you then.